Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Andrea, je suis chef de produit Garnier Hair Care et je suis là aujourd'hui pour vous proposer un moment détente et bien-être avec Fructis Hair Food. Une séance yoga vous attend dans la suite de cette vidéo, rien que pour vous, parfait moment détente dans votre journée de télétravail ou alors juste avant votre rituel cocooning du soir. Alors installez-vous confortablement, ça commence.
Hallo zusammen, mein Name ist Sabrina Pesenti. Ich bin PR-Managerin für Garnier. Und bevor wir nachher weitermachen mit einem Verwöhnmoment für euch, würde ich euch gerne erklären, für was der Brand Garnier steht und welche Errungenschaften wir schon erreicht haben. Ich freue mich drauf.
At Garnier, we're all very passionate about making beauty green and accessible to all of us.
Green beauty means for me sourcing more and more natural ingredients in a sustainable way, meaning by preserving ecosystems and respecting human rights of the owners of this biodiversity. In 2019, we empowered over 600 communities worldwide. By 2025, our solidarity sourcing program will grow to 800 communities.
At Garnier, we commit to greener sciences and formula. In 2019, our new hair care formula reached on average 91% biodegradability. And by 2025, we will create new high-performing and respectful formula for your hair and skin and for the environment, powered by green sciences such as biotechnologies.
Garnier commit to more recycled and recyclable packaging. In 2019, thanks to the use of recycled plastic, we saved 3,617 tons of first-use plastic. We are always looking for new eco-friendly alternatives like cardboard tubes and solid shampoos. By 2025, Garnier aims for all its packaging to be made from 100% recycled plastic and to be reusable, recyclable, and compostable.
Green beauty also means reducing negative impact on the environment during production.
Over the last 15 years, our plants have decreased our use of water by 48% and our CO2 emission by 77%. By 2025, all our factories will be carbon neutral.
Garnier pays a lot of attention to its products, but to take their commitment further, they partner with us, Ocean Conservancy. For the company's first international coastal cleanup, they mobilized 355 employees around the world and collected 7 tons of plastic.
The waste pickers in India are really some of the poorest members of society. With your support, we want to bring dignity to this recycling process. I'm so excited to see where this can lead for people and the planet.
We are still at the beginning of the journey, but we need to make it happen now.
Green beauty is the connection that unites us
to build a greener future.
Working together,
we will improve at every stage of the cycle with one goal in mind.
Making green beauty
accessible
to all of us.
Ma couleur préférée, c'est le vert. L'émeraude, c'est ma pierre de naissance. Ça représente aussi l'espoir. Et puis, j'aime beaucoup la nature, donc ça a toujours été le vert.
Meine Lieblingsfarbe ist ganz klar gel. Warum gel? Gel ist wie die Sonne.
Gelb wie Banane, wie Banane!
Ich meine, das weiss jedes Kind schon, wenn es die erste Sonne malt. Das bringt Freude ins Leben. Es erhält mich im wahrsten Sinne des Wortes. Und ich finde, Gel ist eigentlich wie rot die Liebe, ist für mich Gel Liebe.
Alors la chose que je préfère dans mon travail, c'est vraiment les gens. C'est les gens que j'ai eu la chance de rencontrer, les gens avec qui j'ai la chance de travailler tous les jours. C'est vraiment une énergie incroyable d'être entourée par des gens passionnés, des gens qui nous inspirent au quotidien.
Oh, was ich total schätze, ist halt einfach die Vielseitigkeit. Die wahnsinnige Möglichkeit, viel zu lernen und sich weiterzuentwickeln. Und es ist auch total schön, so ein starkes Team zu haben, wo aus sehr vielen erfolgreichen Frauen besteht, die in hohen Positionen sind. Ich liebe einfach an meinem Job, dass ich mich so geben kann, wie ich bin. Und ich kann einfach 100% hinter jedem Produkt von Garnier stehen.
La chose positive que je tire de tout ça et de cette situation, c'est d'avoir passé plus de temps avec Karl, qui est mon petit bulldog français. Et si on peut rajouter une photo là, je vous le montre.
Also ganz klar ist für mich das Positivste vom Lockdown, dass man sich selber nochmal zurückbesinnen musste und dass es ganz klar Vorteile hat für die Umwelt.
Alors depuis toute cette situation et depuis qu'on est en home office, mon moment préféré pour m'occuper, mon moment préféré cocooning plutôt, c'est le vendredi après-midi. J'utilise la pause déj pour me mettre un masque sur le visage et sur les cheveux que je garde toute l'après-midi. Du coup mes collègues sauront pourquoi je n'ai jamais la caméra sur Teams le vendredi après-midi.
Feeling good inside! Wenn ich das Lied höre von der Lizzo und unsere offizielle Garnier-Tune ist, dann fühle ich mich wirklich gut. Das finde ich so ein starkes Lied. Das ist wirklich mein persönlicher Feel-Good-Moment, weil ich einmal wirklich zu dem Lied voller Lautstärke abtanze in der Stube.
Ce que je préfère dans Hair Food, c'est vraiment l'odeur. Ils sont tous trop bons. Donc ça, gros point positif que j'adore. Mais aussi la formule. C'est une formule qui est végane, naturelle à 98%. Et la bouteille aussi recyclable. Donc en plus d'être un moment indulgent, on sait qu'on fait du bien à soi-même et à la planète.
Also was ich am allerliebsten habe an Fructis Hair Food ist halt einfach die 3-in-1 Mask. Ich finde das einfach so genial, dass ich ein Produkt habe, wo ich meine Haare wirklich easy strählen kann und wo ich einfach ein bisschen drin lassen kann und sie meine Locken ideal definieren.
Mon odeur préférée, c'est aloe, comme vous pouvez le voir. J'adore la douceur de l'odeur et puis aussi j'ai les cheveux plutôt normaux à sec, donc c'est juste parfait comme formule pour hydrater.
Hey, ich habe schon gesagt, Gel ist meine Lieblingsfarbe. Und guess what? Banana. Ich bin Team Banana. Ich finde, es schmeckt so fein. Ich liebe den Geruch. Und ich habe es einfach sehr gern.
Je dirais prenez soin de vous. C'est vraiment pas une période facile pour personne. Donc faites ce que vous aimez, prenez le temps de lire, faire du yoga, ce qui vous fait plaisir, ce qui vous fait du bien. Donc un moment cocooning, c'est toujours le bienvenu.
Ich weiss, die Zeiten sind harte Momente für uns alle. Aber ich möchte trotzdem sagen, bleibt gesund und habt euch lieb.
Et maintenant, vous allez passer un excellent moment avec Zoé.
Und jetzt könnt ihr euch wirklich freuen auf eine ganz entspannte Yoga-Session mit der Zoe.
Hello, my name is Zoe Moore and welcome. The next half an hour is for you. Fructis Hair Food has teamed up with me, Zoe Moore, to bring you a mini retreat workshop. So for the next half an hour or so, I'm going to be taking you through a short yoga routine to rejuvenate and regenerate the body. Then we will go to a breathing exercise which really calms and stills the mind. And from that we'll go to a mindfulness exercise where you'll learn to really bring yourself into a grounded, centered state. These times are difficult for all of us, so really use this time to spend time for you and feed yourself, feed your authentic self. This is what I'm about. So I've been in the health and wellness industry for 15 years. And being authentic and true to yourself is my red thread in life. So please enjoy the next half an hour. It's for you. So here we have it, the yoga session. And this is for all levels, and it's concentrating on alignment and really revitalizing the entire body. So what I want to start with is something very simple but really helps relax the trapezius. So you'll see my back, but what I want you to do is hold on to the left wrist, let the head fall to the right, and then gently you pull down on the left wrist. So what happens is, and you don't have to turn around, you just basically rest the head gently to the right, and you're pulling the hand down on the left. And then what you should do is just breathe, take nice 3 breaths into the shoulder. So imagine that you're inhaling, it expanding, and exhaling, you're relaxing, holding onto your wrist for the entire time. Good. And when you're ready, you just release, lifting the head up, and then you can release that hand out, back to the start. And then we do the right side. So first of all, you hold your wrist. This is the first position, holding the wrist, gently letting the head fall to the left, and then pulling down on the right wrist, allowing the breath to open this trapezius. And we just take 3 breaths here. So again, inhaling into the shoulder, exhaling. If you like, you can pull the hand down a little bit more. Good. And then just releasing the head, releasing the hand, and coming to the beginning of your mat. So what we've done, we've just gently opened the shoulders with the power of our breath and just holding the body in place while we're breathing into it, which is a very relaxed and easy way to help the muscles open up. So standing straight, really feel the feet on the ground, even go forward and back, side to side, and just feel that the feet, you have an even space. So the weight is distributed evenly on the feet. And this is where you start, it's the groundwork. And from that, take a nice inhale, putting the navel in, spine long, and roll the shoulders up the back. Good. So this is Tadasana. Feet active, hands open, shoulders back. And from Tadasana, we'll inhale, arms come up. Again, bring the arms down, so you're relaxing in the shoulders, tailbone down. Inhale, looking up at the hands. And exhale, you can bring the hands together and you're just going to fold forward with bent knees. And then you're going to hang. So here you can hang with the hands on the floor, or you can hold on to the elbows and you'll just relax the head down. Keeping the knees bent, keeping the feet active, fully on the mat. And you just do circles with the elbows. So just circular movements, even the figure of 8. So you're just really opening up the lower back, the lower body, and relaxing the head down. Trying to work with the breath here. Inhale, exhale, feeling the feet, and then even switching the movement. So going the opposite way with the elbows. Good. And then either place the hands on the shins or the hands on the thighs. You're inhaling, nice straight spine, long spine. Chin lifting forward. Nice big inhale here. And then exhale, you'll place the hands on the mat and you'll walk back into your first plank. So with the plank, I really like to go back to the basics as well. So the hands should be really flat, really wide on the mat, and the heels over top of the toes. Navel pulling into the spine, and ideally you're looking just in between the hands and you're pushing up from the ground so everything's active. And then come to your knees. And once you're on the knees, you're slowly going to bring the chest in between the thumbs. So navel pulling back towards the spine, and slowly the chest comes down in between the thumbs. Good. And once you're there, relaxing the body, toes come flat on the mat, and we're going to place the elbows under the shoulders. So this is the Sphinx pose. This is probably one of my all-time favorite poses, because what it allows us to do is work with the shoulders whilst putting no strain on the lower back. And it's great. So what you do is you put your elbows underneath your shoulders, hands nice and wide, and imagine you're pulling the surface of the ground back towards you. So we're working on the shoulder blades, opening the heart space, but our lower back is free and open, and the tops of our toes are on the mat. And again, just use the breath here into the chest, allowing it to open, and exhale. Maybe you can pull a little bit more on the floor, pulling the shoulders a little bit back. And it's up to you how much deepness, how much effort you put in the pose, but the main thing is just to have the alignment, the straight arms, and come into yourself and feel where it is that the body's opening. Good. So exhaling, putting the hands on the mat. We're going to come down into child's pose, so reaching forward with the hands. If you can, the backside comes closer to the heels, and then you just rest the head. One breath, and exhale up into downward facing dog. So with downward dog, we're going to start with bent knees. Maybe we do it all with bent knees, opening in the shoulders, pushing through the middle finger, and lifting up through the sit bones, and relaxing the head. Again, take one breath here. Pushing down the chest, lifting up the hips, and then looking forward. And if you can, take the left foot more into the center of the mat, and the right foot comes up to your hands. And you can always, if you need to, just hold the foot, take the foot, whatever you need to do to get that foot up there. Just try. Just takes a lot of practice to be able to bring it through the first time, and if you can't, it's no problem, you're still here now. So with the foot underneath the shoulder, the left foot is 45 degrees. Inhaling the hands at the hips, and we just come up to a warrior. So we're here, we're going to take our time, and we're exhaling the knee over top of your ankle. And a good trick is if you can see your big toe, and that's a good sign you have a nice alignment. And the right foot is 45 degrees. You're pushing out, but you're also drawing the legs in. Squaring off the chest, and inhale, arms up. So this is a nice warrior one, where the legs are active, shoulders are open, and you're just trying to relax, but keep this strength in the pose, feeling like a warrior. And then exhale, hands come either side of the front foot. You take that foot back, plank. We stay here just for a moment, pushing through the floor. Make sure the hands are nice and wide, middle finger pointing forward, and legs are strong. Then we bring the knees down, chest in between the thumbs again, and then hips come down, top of the feet, flat, and again, we come into the Sphinx. So by doing the Sphinx, you can really work with the shoulders, so really use that breath to open the space in the chest. With the exhale, try to pull the elbows closer, whilst keeping the waist relaxed, top of the feet on the mat. Use the breath to allow the muscles to remember how you feel aligned. And then exhale, hands come on the mat underneath the shoulders. To child's pose, one breath. And then back to downward facing dog. So again, keeping the knees bent, we want nice opening, kind stretches today. Holding it, opening through the shoulders. And then we bring the right foot in, left foot, however which way you want, pulling it, holding it to the front of the mat. And then the right foot comes down 45 degrees. Finding your strength here, finding the alignment here whilst you have the hands to hold you. And then we're going to inhale, hands to the hips, and coming all the way up. And again, just find that space, find the ground. Feel the feet spreading, evenness on the feet, drawing the legs in together. Can you see your big toe? And exhale, chest moving forward. Inhale, arms up. And remember to bring the shoulders down. So the shoulders sink into the body and even the little finger rotates inwards. Breathing here into the feet, lifting up through the hips, opening in the heart space. And then exhale, hands come down. Foot comes back into this plank where we're pushing, legs strong, arms strong, pushing into the mat. Nice big inhale, exhale, knees come down, chest slowly in between the thumbs, and then we come into the beloved Sphinx. So feet flat, hips relaxed. Inhale, shoulders opening. And just breathe into the chest. See if you can relax the head more. The shoulders, can you bring them down more? And just feel the ease of this opening. Good. So exhale, bring the hands up. We come into a child's pose. Opening in the shoulders. And coming back into downward facing dog. This time you can push the knees open if you like. Opening the shoulders, tucking the chin. And you're going to bend the knees as much as possible. So you imagine that you're a frog or a lion or any spirit animal you like that can pounce, and you're about to pounce forward. Or you can walk. So what we're going to do is walk or jump forward to the top of the mat, and we're going to sit down. So this is a short yoga round, but what it does, it really brings the blood flowing around the body, open the most important parts, the chest. And now we're going to the floor sequence. So what I want you to do is elongate the left leg, pulling it out, and the right foot comes to your chest. And here we're just going to hug the right knee. And you can imagine even that you have a staff in your hand, like a very strong floor warrior this time. But you're hugging the knee and pulling the chest towards the knee. So we're really elongating the spine and compressing the thyroid gland to allow us to have more energy, more digestive fire for the day ahead of us. So pulling that knee in, a few breaths here. Feeling the opening on the back, feeling the opening on the chest. And exhale, releasing that. And then we just take the left leg. So the left leg comes in, holding onto that knee. And here it's important to keep the resting or the foot on the ground active. So you're really allowing the energy to flow through the body, allowing the breath to open the chest. And you're conscious of the entire body from the fingertips to the toes. A few breaths here, allowing the muscles to become aware of the position you're putting it in and to relax into that space. Good. And then we will come slowly to the ground. So here we're going to lie on our backs. Again, breathing in, bringing the right knee to the chest. Pulling the knee towards our armpit, keeping both feet flexed. And we're going to exhale that knee to the left side and let the left hand gently pull or just rest the knee. The right arm goes out and you can look to the right hand side. A nice place to look is the hand relaxing And again, you're inhaling into the side body, exhaling, allow that stretch to happen. So we're stretching the entire of the side body here, as well as the neck. Exhale, knee comes up, and we're just going to place that leg down again. Inhale, left knee comes up. We're pulling the knee towards the chest, keeping both feet active. Again, compressing this space, which is very healthy for us, keeping the chest open. Good, and then exhale. We go to the opposite side. So knee falls down. If it doesn't go all the way, that's totally fine. You can place a hand or a block underneath there. Each side's going to be different. And the head looks to the left side, looking at your hand. And the breath is slowly going through the body, allowing that space to open. Good, bringing the knees up. You can hug both knees in this time. Even bring the head up, come to a ball, pushing the spine onto the ground. And then exhale. Most people's favorite pose. We come into Shavasana. Energetically wise, a lot of people say it's nice to have Shavasana with open hair so that energy can really flow out. And it's really beautiful to tuck the shoulders underneath and have the hands wide and allow the feet to fall apart. And with the shoulders tucked, you really open that chest. And then we'll just spend a few moments in Shavasana, watching the breath, letting go of anything you're holding, any tension in the body. With the inhale, you're just allowing it to fill the body with fresh, new energy. And with the exhale, you're just allowing the body to relax, sinking further and deeper into the mat. So inhale, you're bringing light, new energy into the body with a fresh breath. And exhale, you're just relaxing, allowing the body to let go and relax. And then, if you really feel, you can stay longer in Shavasana. But to get out of Shavasana, an interesting trick is if you go to your right side, this is associated with the sun, you can curl up into a fetus position. But by breathing on this right side, you're awaking the sun, the energy, the fire, the prana. And the left side is more sleep, moon, resting. But for the purpose of today, it's energy. So after a few breaths here, we come up to the seated position. Just slowly, feeling comfortable. And just sit with the eyes closed and just pay attention to the body. Pay attention to the residue of the practice, how it feels, how the mind feels. Great. Thank you for spending this time with me. And next we have the breath work. Great. So here we are for the breath work session. It's pranayama, and prana means life and yama means to yoke. So what we're doing in pranayama is yoking the life force. And this particular version of pranayama is called shitali. So with this, what we will do is breathe through the teeth or the tongue. And what that actually does is really cools the breath as it comes into the body. And when we exhale, we'll just do it through the nose. If you have a cold or anything, you can always do it through the mouth, but the best practice is through the nose. So I'll show you what it looks like. So this is with the tongue. So we take an exhale and then inhaling. So this is with the tongue. However, genetically, some people cannot make this, so don't worry at all. The best thing you can do is then do it with the teeth, which looks like this. Exhaling. So either or, what you're doing is cooling the breath as it comes in, which really helps if you get stressed, if you suffer from anxiety, anything like that. You can do this breath and it will really calm the mind and bring you to a cooler state. So what we're going to do a few rounds. The most important thing in this breath exercise is to really bring your mind to the quality of the breath. How does the breath feel? Can you make it smooth like silk coming in and smooth like silk coming out? And then even paying attention to the transition. So after you inhale and you're going to the exhale, that transition, how smooth is that? So with the mind, we're just only focusing on the breath. If you think about dinner, lunch, what you're going to do today, just bring the mind back and say, hey, just for these few short minutes, I want you to think about the breath, please. So we'll go through a few rounds and I'll be coaching you through it. And you can do it with your eyes closed, which helps you to concentrate more on the breath. Or if you prefer the eyes open, then you can just stare at a point in front of you. So find a nice seated position, either on the floor or on a chair. And what we want is a nice long spine, shoulders open, lungs have the most freedom possible with this stance, or seat, sorry. And then you just place the hands gently on the knees. We start with an exhale. So we exhale the lungs completely. And inhale through the teeth or through the tongue. Exhale. And really empty the lungs of the breath. So that's one round. And I'll guide you through the rounds. And we'll do about 6, and it's just something you can do when you feel you need that moment of peace. And I hope at the end you'll feel the effects that it has on your brain. So, first round, exhaling completely, inhaling through the teeth or tongue. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Good, round 1. Next round, inhale. Gently exhale, feeling the quality of the breath. Inhale. Exhale, relaxing the shoulders, letting the air gently go out of the body. Inhale, smooth like silk. Exhale, relaxing, keeping the spine straight, shoulders down, relaxed. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale, really try to feel the breath smooth like silk, bringing full concentration to the inhale. Exhale, relaxing in the shoulders. Last round, try to give full concentration now. And just returning to the normal breath. Relaxing into that. And just again observing the brain, observing the body, observing the residue of the practice. And hopefully you should feel a bit calmer, a bit more centered, a bit more grounded. And that's just by using the breath and training the mind to focus only on that, which is really bringing you into the body and into your authentic self. And here we have mindfulness. You might have heard this word many times, but what actually is it? It's really taking notice of the moment that you're in and bringing yourself into the body, into the moment. And it can be done anywhere, anytime. It's a beautiful practice. The example that I want to give to you is something that you can use in the shower, and therefore you can use it every day, every other day, depending on how often you have a shower or bath. So what you want to do is we're going to start with the trapezius. So most of us have tension in the shoulders, and a great way to open it is just to press a trigger point. So with the left arm, just holding on to the right trapezius, so this muscle, we just hold on to it, and you press as much or as little as you want. So you're just pushing into the trapezius and letting the head go to the right hand side. And like we did before, just using the breath into the shoulder. So inhaling, opening the space, exhaling. Maybe you can circle, push further into this muscle. So we just hold it there for 3 breaths, inhaling, opening the space. Maybe the head can go a little bit further. Exhale, releasing. So inhaling, opening, pressing a little bit more, exhaling, releasing. And then gently bringing the head up, releasing that shoulder, and just feeling the whole arm should be a little bit more relaxed. And then we take it on the left side, so right arm comes again, grabs the trapezius on that side, holds it there, and gently letting the head fall to the right hand side, relaxing in that space, and one side might be different to the other. Inhaling, opening that shoulder, letting the head fall. Exhaling, relaxing, maybe doing a few circles with your thumb. With the inhale, you're opening through the shoulders, and with the exhale, you're relaxing. One more breath, really into the shoulders. And exhale, relax. Good. And then I want you to imagine, maybe you're walking to the shower, you're getting there, and when you get into the shower room, into that space, just really feel yourself getting into that space. What does it smell like? How do I feel today? Become really aware of just checking in with yourself. One of the great things you can do is, even when you have a really nice shampoo or hair product, is smell it. So you smell, take a nice deep inhale, and you can even check and count the different types of ingredients that you can smell within that. And the sense of smell really brings us into the space that we're in. And then you can do this with or without products, so you can apply the product to your hands, and a really nice scalp massage will also help you to just bring you into the moment. And to do that, you can place the hands on the back of the scalp, and on the back of the scalp you have almost a triangle of where the skull meets the spine. And again, you can do this with the eyes open or eyes closed, but what you will do is with the thumbs, just putting pressure on the back of the head, small circular movements, just moving up and down that triangular space. And this is where the spine meets the skull, so you're moving up and down here. And by just putting a bit of pressure with the thumb onto these points, you're allowing all of the muscles on the scalp to get relaxed, get activated, and just bringing the sense of awareness back into the body. So we do that 3 times. So I'm on my second round, and you're just slowly squeezing this space up and down through the triangle. And you can even link it to the breath. So when you exhale, you're moving down, the inhale moving up. Good. And then you move the hands to where your temples are, and be careful how much pressure you put here. It's a sensitive area. And again, you just gently, circular movement, moving the temples. And you can even then bring it to all the fingers on the scalp, just feeling the movement on the top of the scalp. Then you can even rotate the other way. And just allowing yourself to feel that sensation of the fingertips on the scalp. Smelling the product, feeling the temperature of the room, bringing yourself into that space. And from there you can go through all the head. This doesn't have to be following any particular movement. If you've got product on, this is great to get the product all around the hair. But what you're doing, you're paying attention to where the fingers are, how it feels, how it smells, the water temperature. And once you've finished, really all around the head, you can pinch and let go. So you're really moving all around the head. And then you can rinse, or if you've done it without product, you can just enjoy the stimulation on the head. But this is a great way to bring you into the moment using mindfulness, and to really bring you to the here and now. So enjoy. And thank you for spending the last half an hour or so with me. The great thing is about these segments is you can use them again and again to whatever suits you. And we want to hear from you. So please share with us, write your comments, and thank you for giving yourself and giving me your trust with this time.